Royals baseball this afternoon as we kick off spring training 2023 and season number 21. Can you believe it? In Surprise, Arizona, as the Royals take on the Texas Rangers. He passed on the 48th round and went on to college. And he is down on 3 pitches against Nathan Eovaldi, who is a Texas native, but this is his first year with the Rangers. Shallow left field, and Smith goes way out from short. And as you know, if you've been following the Royals in spring training here in Arizona, wow, and that was the longest stretch in Major League history without a complete game. And he has an impressive 1-2-3, top of the first inning with 2 strikeouts.
That was one of the things that really stood out to me, even as a coach on his staff, was just he's an open book. And
you had mentioned Paul Hoover. There's a fly to right. Blanco is there managing the Sun, and there's one down. You mentioned Paul Hoover, who comes over with you from Tampa Bay, and he's your bench
on each corner, and he just kind of made the point, like, look, you can't get it every time where you want it, so you might as well try to get it over the plate. And you know, everybody knows the biggest detriment to hitter, and that's just, you know, guys are ready to play from day one. You have to back them off.
And it is deflected to Nicky Lopez, and no play.
You have to back them off of the work and slow them down. Some of these guys would want to come out here and play full games multiple days.
And play by the old rules and not the new rules.
The ball drops in front of Hernandez, and the Rangers will get a run on the RBI base hit from Bubba Thompson. Go ahead, Matt.
No, I'm not concerned with that, because
so 2-run score. Hine and Jankowski, and now Duran lifts one to deep left field, and that's going to be off the fence. So that'll get Thompson to the plate, who had doubled in the 2 runs, and Texas has 3 against Mike Myers in the 2nd inning. So Tolbert just into the game is tested right away, and he'll bring it down, and that's the end of the Rangers' 3-run 2nd inning.
Live hitters. You can throw on the side all you want, but until you gauge your pitch against that swing, everything that we're going to see this year in baseball.
Soft liner is caught at first by Miller. So Tyler Gentry is out, and there are 2 down in the 3rd.
You know, and how many times a guy gets banged at second base, gets thrown out, but bang, bang. And you know, we usually mention it's a game of inches 3 or 4 times during the season. It certainly will pertain this year.
You got that right.
Rosters, and so they're making sure they're almost in mid-season form.
Ooh, Dozier hits a shot into center field, and that's the Royals' first base runner. Dozier's on with 1 out. Speaking of,
I had to come into spring training in mid-season form to make a team, because I knew I was going to get some early reps. Wow.
Jankowski won't get there, and it'll bounce over the wall for a double.
Good swing there by Melendez. Player. Doesn't get any better than that.
And that's back to the middle, and that'll be good for 2. Matt Duffy drives in Hunter Dozier and MJ Melendez, and the Royals trail 3-2 in the 4th inning.
80-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Players are already bought in.
And now Blanco will take a walk, and Bruce Bochy says that's enough for Dane Dunning.
And Bochy gets to take a walk. When you catch that.
A soft liner is going to drop into center field for Prado. Duffy will score. Here comes Nicky Lopez, and he'll get around the tag. And the Royals lead for the first time today as Nick Prado drives in 2 in what has become a 4-run 4th inning.
And use the big part of the field, knock in a couple of runs. That's a nice at bat. Kelly, you know, he's a big 6'6" lefty. It's the first real decent.
Runners go, and that's well hit right center field into a crosswind. And Thompson is called up by Jankowski, so both runners have to hustle back to their bases, which they do. And Gentry is out, number 2. He took a called third strike his first time up. And that's well hit into left. The wind will help this one, and that is a no-doubter. That is over the bullpen and up onto the grass. So Tyler Tolbert, who didn't even start the game, he's in there because of an injury to Diego Hernandez in center field. He hits a 2-run home run, and the Royals were trailing 3-0 coming into this inning, and now they lead 7-3.
If there was a wind blowing in, I think that still would have made it. But man, you could tell by the sound, by the swing, and of course the pitcher, he's the second guy to know. And Kelly put his arms in the air like, oh man.
It's a big league home run. Left center field. And it slices over to Frazier in left. And that is a 7-run inning. Duffy hits a 2-run single. Prado hits a 2-run single. And Tyler Tolbert drives in 3 with a home run.
Got it all.
Against left-hand batters. Josh Young hits one up the right field line. Blanco is there as the wind keeps it in fair territory. Taylor, though,
Reception is a key.
Nice big hop for Nicky Lopez at short, and that's in time to get Mark Mathias. 2 up and 2 down against Taylor. That's well hit to center field, and Tolbert, who just hit a 3-run home run, dives in left center field and saves an extra base hit.
Man, he flipped that ball to the fan. He is having a day. Getting called off the pine for an injury to Hernandez, and man, what a catch. The wind blew it that way, and he caught up to it.
Last year. And he's going to get Hunter Dozier, who hits one high in the air to left field. Frazier fights the sun, and that ball is into the bullpen for a home run. And the Royals have scored 8 in the last 2 innings. That's Dozier's second hit of the day.
Oh, yeah. The minute that ball left his bat with that wind pushing to left, I knew that was going to clear the fence. Stay hot, Hunter. Yeah, actually, watch this. That fastball stayed up. He just put a nice, short, quick swing on it. Got underneath it, elevated, got a little backspin. Ball carried with the help of the wind. And the box spook 17, 18, one of the things. I can't remember. I don't have my book in front of me, but that he played a flawless third base. Looked really good. I thought he was good, and then he started moving him around, trying to find a different spot for him. Hopefully this will be the year for him.
And here's Matt Duffy. And Duffy is going to pick up his second hit of the day. He drove in 2 in the Royals' 7-run 4th inning. And he's on with 1 out in the 5th.
And he was able to carry that last at bat.
Here's Nicky Lopez with 1 on and 1 out. And he's going to ground it to second. Mathias to Smith, over to Miller. And Hernandez gives up a home run to Dozier. He also gets an inning-ending double play. The Royals have scored 8 in the last 2 innings, and they lead by 5.
I think everybody looks at us as a young team that's, kind of learning and growing. Like, oh, yeah, they'll be good in a couple years. But I think we see it as, we're here to compete now. And we're here to turn some heads and to compete against all those teams that, are supposed to be, top of the line. So I think we can, we're definitely not. And I'm like, I think they're just hating. I think I dress pretty well. And then the whole, who's the loudest in the clubhouse type of deal. And I
got a lot of votes there.
Yeah, I like that one, actually. I kind of bring the energy, always having a good time, in a good mood.
Tolbert came on for Diego Hernandez, who was injured on a diving attempt in center field. Carter is down on strikes, and there are 2 away in the 6th inning.
They had my picture all over everything. Yeah, I was in big trouble.
Was this early in your career or late in your career?
No, this is a little bit later in my career. I was a veteran. Of course, they just let me have it. But you know what? You make your living with your feet. Shake yourself. Get a pedicure.
Feeling now? It's a journey when you're picked in the 13th round to be able to get here. How close are you feeling to the big leagues?
It's getting closer. Getting invited to big league spring training was a good sign that we're getting close. We're
something to drive right here.
And a one hopper to short. 2 down.
Hey, and he runs well for a catcher.
And he split last year between AA Northwest Arkansas and AAA Omaha, and he puts a charge into one to left field, and that is up on the grass. And the Royals have hit 3 home runs today, and they have a 9-3 lead in the 7th inning.
Piece of cheese early first game in the spring. It's a little breaking ball. Looked like it had a little spin to it. Oh, Lofton puts a charge into it. And for the people to be able to get up close and walk to the backfield with one of their star players. That's amazing. And then the people out in the outfield grass. Really special time here, folks. You got time. You got a whole month left for spring training. Lofton, go ahead and loft one over that left field wall and give that fan a souvenir.
As a bullpen catcher, that's a broken bat, and it'll drop in center field. Foscue has a leadoff single. The Royals then is over 900. He had 87 walks last year.
Whoa.
And that all began being a clubhouse attendant and the long at bat goes Lovelady's way. That's his first strikeout, and there are 2 down in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a nice big bounce out to Castellano at short. Acuna is out, and Lovelady works around the leadoff single and the wild pitch in the 7th. Shallow right field. Alexander is out, and we go down to Joel.
Well, Tucker Bradley's coming up, Ron.
Wow. I think I might have a chance to make the team. Look at that. Keep swinging like that. You will. They'll find a place for you.
Cut off deep by Hernandez. And Bradley is on with 1 out. That's a foul tip and a strikeout. 2 down.
Gate on it. We're on the wires here. You never hear that in the big league stadium during the season.
That'll be deflected into left field. So Jackson Reitz is going to drive in a run. The Royals 10th.
Ready for that fastball's key, and when you get it, you can't miss it. Although you can miss it, but if you don't, you get a big hit like that, and with an RBI attached, get you one step closer.
Over the outside edge, and that is the inning. But the Royals add a run, and we head to the bottom of the 9th with the Royals leading 10-3. Stands up, waves his arms to call time, points at his watch, and then adjusts the count. Line to deep left field and gone. Justin Foscue hits it to the back of the Royals bullpen. And Texas has its first run since the 2nd inning when they led 3-0. And Foscue in 2 at-bats today is 2 for 2.
Man, he's showing some quick hands there. That was beauty. 2-0 count. He's looking, setting on a fastball. There it was. Above the belt. Yeah, watch that top hand. That top hand dominated that swing there. That's exactly what you got to do to get on top of a high heater, especially in the low 90s.
Because Major League Baseball wants the umpire to be focusing on the pitcher in the strike zone. Harris is down on strikes. So they'll have a device, hands in the air, touching the watch to let everyone know it's a pitch clock violation, and then adjusting the count. Jonathan Ornelas is going to dig for second and has a hustling double with 1 out. He is 1 for 2. On the ground to third, and that's going to get under Lofton's glove. Rangers will have runners at first and third with one out. Line center field and sinking. Guzman plays it on a bounce. So Watley has a base hit. And the Rangers have runners at first and third with one down. Grounded to third. Lofton bobbles. Out at second. And in the dirt. And a great pick by Alexander to end the game with a 5-4-3 double play. And the Royals, with a 7-run fourth inning today, end up beating the Rangers 10-5.
Yes, the ball was